Hey y'all, what's up? Hello, 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 hello. Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday. Hey. Hello to you. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, wherever you are in the world. Hey, Miss Janine, how you doing, boo? Hey, Monique. All right, let's get into this read. Welcome back to my channel. This is Adana, also known as the Afro Scene. And today I'm reading for the beautiful, handsome collective. Hello, collective. Flowers, flowers, flowers. Flowers, flowers, flowers. One more time. Flowers, flowers, flowers. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Uh, to book a private reading with me or to shop in my store. All that information is in the description box below. Don't forget to grab this copy of this book here. It is called Wisdom Beyond Wounds. It was created by me, and for the collective as well. I created this book to help you guys get through all the hurdles and bumps and all of the, things surrounding narcissism here, okay? So this is basically a shadow book surrounding narcissism. And again, it's called Wisdom Beyond Wounds. It is readily available for purchase on Amazon. Okay, all right, let's get into it. Thank you for your immense support. Channel message here is the more they hide you, the more they'll be exposed. The more they hide you, the more they'll be exposed. So, this person has a very unhinged obsession over you, right? To the point where they're willing to, any person or anybody that is willing to listen to what they have surrounding you here, they will speak about you. But what makes it so uncanny or very odd or off here is that every time this person gets the opportunity to speak about you, it kind of gives like they're hiding something. So it's like they're trying to keep exerting themselves as if they're the one with the control over the whole situation, but you're not there to fend for yourself. So every time that this person gets the opportunity to speak to you about other people here, it has now drawn a conclusion towards other people here that something is not right with this person or something is off with this person here. It's making them very suspicious. And I feel like now this person is realizing, because they more so put their whole foot in their mouth here, that they're starting to backtrack or regress back in regards to what they have stated about you when you're not around them here. It has made them look very, very, very suspicious here. And they don't like the feeling that people are now onto them in regards to them just keep talking about you. So this person will, what if just please keep in mind, this is the collective read, ain't gonna resonate for everybody. Okay. Take what resonates and leave the rest. Okay. So with that being said here, this person's, so if you're on social media specifically, all right, this is very important specifically today in today's read. They're watching you really, really, really closely here. And they're looking for clues, or they're looking for any tips or anything in regards to like the comments or what people, communicate with you with and things of that nature here. And they're kind of they're trying to put a lot of puzzle pieces together, but the pieces are not they're not being fits properly, because the things that they're seeing and the things that they think that they are perceiving here, it's not adding up to when they go back and have the conversation about you towards other people here, okay? So there's a friend here, or a so-called friend of this person, that keeps watching you. They're realizing that something is off with this person, and they're going to press them, or they're going to ask them certain questions here. Yeah, we have curiosity here, okay? It's piquing a lot of people's interests surrounding why this person is so obsessed with you. Like, why are you so obsessed with the collective? The collective is not around. The collective can't defend themselves, but yet here you are speaking ill of them, or any opportunity that they receive or they get in regards to you here, they will use that opportunity to kind of like bring you down here. So a lot more people are not wanting to hear what this person have to say, but this person is putting a lot of time and effort into productivity here Okay. They're putting a lot of time and effort and productivity here to, again, to keep control of the situation. The situation has already been out of control because they don't know how to leave well alone. Someone could be born in the month of February or January. Someone's nickname could be B or Beatrice. Or your nickname could be Beatrice, or your middle name could be Beatrice. But take that how that resonates. All right, you're being seen or shown as a beacon of light. So your silence is very powerful, but with silence comes light, if that makes sense. So you're not saying anything, you're not around this person, and it's actually making you more credible because you're not around that person. And it's making them look more guilty surrounding what? Hey, Uganda, hey, good morning. Nice to join us. What I was saying. Yeah. So with that being said here, the crash out is near. We'll just say it that way. The crash out is near of this person. This person is very paranoid to the point where they feel like you have something to do with their friends turning against them. So the people that they're talking to about you two, they feel like you have something to do with it. Yet again, you don't. But just want to show you just how obsessively unhinged and obsessively paranoid that this person is. Any time or any waking moment that they get to speak ill about you, they're going to take that opportunity. And people are seeing that they are crashing out over you, okay? By you not just, you just being yourself, you just doing your thing here, okay? Crashing out to the point here that this person feel like you have something to do with their so-called friend or friends turning against them. How is that possible if you're not even in the same vicinity? You probably don't even live in the same city. Hell, you probably don't even live in the damn same country, okay, or state. Take it how it resonates, but you're nowhere near this person. But yet this person still feels like you are a fly on the wall when it comes to their personal matters or their private matters here. So they're trying to utilize that as a form of a crutch here as to why they feel very justified to speak ill about you, but it's not making sense to the people that they're speaking ill about too in regards to you. It's not making sense. They're not making sense. So I wrote down from a meditative state here. They bring you up anytime they can, but in the same sentence, they tell people they don't know what's going on with you. So there's certain things or certain keywords or certain phrases that they would say that would pique the interest of the person that's listening to them. So when they say certain things, they'll be like, well, how would you know that if you don't know anything about them? Or how would you know that if you said they don't talk to you or they don't this? You know what I mean? They don't interact with you, meaning you here, you guys here. And every time that this person asks questions in this way, they shut down or they get very upset or they get very irate, which is why this person is feeling like their back is against the wall here, and that people are starting to want to like literally like fist fight, like a physical fight. There is going to be some form of a physical altercation that's going to come out of this, or the outcome of this here, because they realize that this person is like, this person may have got kicked out of a friend group. People have turned their backs on them. But for some odd reason, you are the reason why. It's your fault I don't have any friends. It's your fault that they won't talk to me. You don't talk to this person. You just don't. Like, you don't talk to this person. You don't care about this person. Someone's eating chocolate wafers or strawberry wafers. I was going to say vanilla, but my spirit was like, nah. So maybe you used to eat vanilla wafers, but maybe you changed. Maybe you had like a change in taste and now you want chocolate or strawberry wafers, but that's what I'm hearing here. Then the innocence is here. It's in reverse. They're not innocent at all. Someone could be using something for their throats. Maybe you have like your throat could be hurting you, or you may have like a sore throat here. I just see some form of like a spray that she used to kind of like soothe your throat. So, or someone feels like they don't have the ability to speak anymore, or they feel like every time they try to speak about you, their throat closed up. They can't get the right words that they want to say out about you. It's negative, but they still want to be very precise and detailed surrounding what they see of you. And did you hear about the collective? Did you see what they post? And did you this and that? And the friend is like, well, why you keep talking about the collective like this? Like, give it a rest, leave them alone. And they can't. Your name will always be the topic of conversation surrounding this person here. That's just how much you really triggered this person. Hey, Verna. This is how much you triggered this person. Somebody eating pumpkin seeds. Is your confidence high? Thank you, boo. Confidence is here. Okay. Okay, whatever. Someone loves pumpkin seeds, or you could be carving a pumpkin for your apartment, for your home. Take it how it resonates here. But your confidence really makes them sick, literally sick here. It's putting them in a place where they are very imbalanced, with balance in reverse and then ending is upright. So the more confidence, or the more that you step into your confidence here, the more you're going to make this person actually become physically ill or physically sick. I don't know if you can see closely behind this, or this boar's eye here is darker around the eyes. Is really dark, and this is what this person is giving now. They don't sleep enough because all they do is think about you and watch you. You ever saw that movie called 1 Hour Photo with Robin Williams? Robin Williams. His name was Cy. And he was the photo technician at the time at this particular store. I like to look at that movie as a form of a psychological thriller for me, from my perspective here, because there were a lot of mind games that Cy was trying to play in regards to the family that he thought that he could become very obsessed with. And he did become very obsessed, to the point where he wanted to make sure that he was the one that was processing their photos. He really took liking to their son at the time. And it started to become very, very, very obsessed. It was called 1 Hour Photo. Okay, the name of the movie is called 1 Hour Photo with Robin Williams. And one thing that stuck out to me, a couple of things, but the most important thing that stuck out to me was that everything was more so in white, right? The whole store was in white. It was blue and white. And I look at that as a form of like a canvas, right? It was a clear canvas, and it was like Cy was trying to create a narrative or paint a certain picture that things were how he perceived it. It got so out of control that when they visit his home, that when they pull back the wall, because he had a wall, they pull back the curtain, it was pictures galore since the child was born, all the way up to when the child was like 5 or 6 or whatever the case may be. I don't recall the ending of the movie. I don't remember how it played out because it's been a long time since I last saw it. But basically what I'm saying here is that this is how obsessive this person is of you here, okay? To the point where they may be taking pictures of you if you post on social media. They're snapshotting your pictures here. They're creating some form of like a obsessive, I guess, file or case or whatever you want to call it here, to kind of prove that you are doing something to them. I have something in my eye. Y'all excuse me. Oh, so here. Okay, I'll take that as a symbolism here. So with my eyelash being in my eye like that, I would take that as a form of like a distraction, or not being able to see the bigger picture. Because you know when you get your eyelash stuck in your eye, it sometimes tends to burn until you're able to get it out here. And it's like the things that they are seeing is not correlating to what they want other people to see it as. Their perception is completely flawed when it comes to you. and they're trying to get out of that flawed perception, but they can't, because every time they keep saying something about you to not be true, you keep confirming that the thing that they said is not true. So it's like, well, what do you mean it's not true? So then they go deeper, or they dive deeper to still be able to be in control of the narrative here, to flip the script, to do whatever it is that they need to do to ensure that what they're saying is true, so that people can see them, that they are the truth here, but they're not the truth. So this is why they keep crumbling or tumbling down in this nature here. As I mentioned to you guys, Divine Collective, you are a shooting star, or you are that seed that they have planted or they have buried, okay? And they did not want you to grow at any point in time here, but you still were able to grow despite the circumstances, or the harsh circumstances that you have endured and have also experienced here. So you're leaving this person with a, you know, they're scratching their head here, they're scratching their mind, like, what is going on with the collective here? I said, and this is how they perceive you, they said that you need to be a certain way. You must operate in a certain way. You must carry yourself in a certain way. And it's all negative in regards to how they perceive you here. But because you're doing the complete opposite here, again, it's putting them in a position here where they have to absolutely, they're going to keep pushing past the envelope, or they're going to keep pushing on the gas here. And the more they keep pushing into the gas, the more out of control the car becomes, if that makes sense. Someone name is Natalie, okay? Someone loves sunflower seeds, or they're like particular flavored sunflower seeds. So I see barbecue flavor, then I see cheese flavor. I also see ranch. So someone overall loves sunflower seeds, okay? You may have like a cup full of empty seeds, but I just see sunflower seeds of all different variations of flavors, okay? So that might be your thing. I also see Cheez-Its and cheese curls, okay? You could be ready. You could be going on a date pretty soon, today, tonight or so. Everything is going to work out well for the date. So if you've been having some apprehensions surrounding the date here, you're going to be fine, okay? So I don't know who that message is for, but that's just, you've been asking for a sign. I just gave you the sign, okay? So we have upheaval here. So this person's very vulturous, if that's even a word. But they're like a vulture in your world here, with wisdom in reverse as well too. So they're trying, we all know what vultures are. Well, I'll put it this way, because some of you guys may not know. A vulture is a bird that really loves like roadkill. They love things that are dead and decayed, okay? I guess they get their jollies off of there, their rocks off of that. And anytime you may see like roadkill or so, sometimes you'll see vultures kind of surrounding that actual roadkill, and it will start to pick at it here. I say all that to say here is that this person is in an upheaval or uproar here because you refuse to stick to the program as to how they perceive you. You're not in a program, okay? You're not limited to their program, but they want people to feel like whatever they say about you is supposed to stick, and it's not sticking here, which is what's causing this upheaval. On the opposite side of that, you're very happy, or you're in a space where you are going to be happy here, and that also bothers them as well too. So they're doing things to get up outside of themselves, or they're having an out-of-body experience or moments here because you refuse to stick to what they said you were. That is the issue. You're not listening to them. You ain't following the protocol. You ain't following the program. You ain't doing what they said you need to do here. And it's irritating them to no end. So it's putting them in a place of stagnation because they feel stuck. You're moving forward as you should. Hey Ashley, you're moving forward as you should. And they're in a space of stagnancy here because they can't communicate with you clearly, which is why they're trying to find you online, social media, your last place of address, whatever, however it resonates here. Any type of evidence or information or tips that they can receive about you here, they're going to follow on that lead. But all of the leads that they did have at one point in time has now ceased to exist, which is now and why they're in a stagnant situation. So because they're in a stagnant situation, they don't know which way to go. Because they're in a stagnant situation, they don't know what to say. So every time they get a moment or an opportunity to speak about you, it's going to be in a negative way because they're in a form of stagnancy. They don't know what you're doing. They don't know who you with. If you are with someone, they don't know where you live. If you completely, you know what I mean, you don't have your address visible, things of that nature. They don't know the intricate parts of you. They don't know what you do on a day-to-day here, okay? So this is why they feel stagnant and they feel more in control if they see that someone is giving them the opportunity to speak about you. This is how they feel like they're in control, but they don't have control here because now people are seeing that they're losing control, but of self. Does that make sense? Someone may have a lizard as a pet. Maybe you like those type of exotic pets or reptiles. Maybe you own a snake, or maybe you're thinking about getting a snake. Just take it how it resonates, okay? But going back to that movie 1 Hour Photo with Psy was unhinged. That man was completely unhinged here. And he utilized his actual job or his work to get, he made doubles of the pictures. So they would take pictures of like their son's birthday, their life achievements and success and things of that nature. And he would always make sure that he would take a double so that way they have their own copy, and he had his own copy here, completely unhinged here, because of the narrative that they want to keep, or they want to make sure that sticks. Because if the narrative falls, they fall. And you know this. This is why you've disconnected from them. They know that they're ain't no good. But they can't have other people be aware that you are aware that they're not good. But you really don't have to do anything because they're doing it for themselves. Again, guilt gonna make people tilt. So the guiltiness that they have, or that they are protruding, they're projecting here. People are seeing that it's not working. Someone's name is Amelia. I heard it just like that. Amelia. Okay, maybe you have an accent. Take how it resonates. Someone's name is Ricardo. Ricky or Richie. Richard. Pritchard. 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 Someone's name is Guy. Guy. It's spelled Guy, but maybe your name is pronounced Guy. Guy. But I see the word Gui, but I heard Guy. Okay, so take that how that resonates. People may butcher this person's name all the time. Okay. All right, I'm hearing the word semblance. So let me look up the etymology really quickly. Semblance. S-E-M-B. Semblance. So semblance, S-E-M-B-L-A-N-C-E, the etymology of that is a fact of appearing to view. To seem or to appear, to resemble, to imitate. Also can mean a person's appearance, expression, or demeanor. It also can mean false, assumed, or deceiving appearance. So I basically just summed it up here. Yeah, and every time that people see them, or the more that people see them here, the more they keep feeling that they have to start over. So going back to the title here, the more they hide you, the more they'll be exposed, because there's certain things, and they don't know, but I'm just putting it in quotation marks. There's certain things that they should not know about you, but because they won't leave you alone, they keep giving off that they are guilty. We have the coffin here, okay? This is the ending of things here, okay? Even paid money to bribe people to check on you. Okay, I'm going to tap into this private investigator. I've been talking about this for quite some time, but this is just an update surrounding my past readings that I have read surrounding a private investigator here. So initially, when I have tapped into this private investigator, they were on board with everything because they really truly believe, number one, it was all about the money. And then number two, they believed what this person's, will say, song cry, because they kept crying that they need help and that you are a danger to society and you need to be locked up and people need to look out for you and blah, blah, blah. Just stupid you know. So they hired a private investigator here, and the private investigator started to go through your past, like really, truly fine teeth comb, go through your past here, and they weren't able to find anything. So they did not tell this person that yet because the person was willing to give money. This is what they did. They had a lot of money to spare at the time, or to more so waste at the time. So the private investigator played into their ploy because they needed the money here. Now, the private investigator, what I saw in my meditative state yesterday, got sick. Got sick here, and I feel like the reason why they got sick here is because their secrets are starting to be exposed. Despite them being a private investigator, we'll put it this way, they're into PDF things. I'll just put it in that way. I'll just put it in that way for you. Okay? They take pictures, and if you catch my drift, I don't have to go too far with that. So this is why the private investigator is starting to fall back or don't want to be a part of this here, because their cover has been blown. Things that people are not supposed to be aware about surrounding the private investigator, people are aware about. And this so-called private investigator is supposed to be the best of the best, but clearly they're not, because how is it that this particular, not all private investigators, this particular one that is helping this unhinged, obsessive person to slow you down here, how is it that they can call themselves a private investigator, but they're getting investigated privately amongst the things that they do in the private here? Again, just because you think you can do something doesn't mean that you should do something. Let me repeat that. Just because you think you can do something doesn't mean that you should do it. And this private investigator background is not squeaky clean, but because they carry that title, and most people live by titles, right? Most people, all they have are titles. And because this private investigator felt, because they lived up to that title here, that no one would ever check them. Negative. A big fat negative. So this private investigator has withdrawn from the process, or withdrawn from the whole situation here. Come on, false person. The most I can't even call them dumb, man. They below dumb, bruh. God, it's like concern and imprisonment. I mean, come on. What the fuck? Golly. This is why I say you gotta make sure that you laugh at people like this, because they are so comical. They're watching people, but they ain't watching their back. They're watching people, but they got a skeleton full of foolishness, a closet full of bones, a closet full of secrets. This may have been someone that you were in a connection with. Courtship is in reverse, though, so this is a courtship that you have ended here. Oh, man. Yeah, they're in despair. The private investigator's in despair, child. Oh, this doesn't make sense to me. I guess they don't believe in spirits or spiritual world. I mean, they do now. I keep saying it don't matter what background you come from. If you're doing negativity towards someone that ain't bothering you specifically, and especially if they are connected, you're going to be able to see past the veil. You're going to be able to see past the foolishness. So since they want to come in your energy and they thought that you wouldn't know or be aware that this is what they were doing behind your back here, they don't feel satisfied. They feel spooked by you, by your gifts. The same gifts that they want to condemn, the same gifts that they keep saying is negative, the same gifts that they keep trying to tell other people to stay away from you. The real raw truth behind that, in regards to why they want people to stay away from you, is because they know that you will call out the BS that they're trying to push onto you. Stay out of the collective's face, space, and energy. Let me say that again. Karmic. Oh, karmic. Stay out of the collective space, face, and energy. Stay out the way. Leave the collective alone. Go about your life. We don't care, karmic. We don't care about you. We don't care about you. We don't care about you. Leave the collective alone. Leave them alone. Go away. We don't care, karmic. Go away. Okay? Go away. All right now. Oh, that's not real. That's not real. Spirits are not real, but you're calling upon them. Not you, them. They say spirits are not real, but they keep calling upon these same said spirits that they keep saying is not real. So is it real or is it not real? Or only is it real to them when they're behind closed doors? Things that make you go, Somebody like Velveeta cheese. Maybe you had nachos recently or something. Okay? That's what I see. But anywho, somebody love mangoes. Oh, it's not true, but you're calling upon them. Oh, it's not true, but you're summoning them. Oh, it's not true, but you're trying to have, you know what, let me don't go that far. But let's just say they don't know what they're doing. I'll just put it that way. Even to the point where they thought that they can cloak the private investigator from you so you would not be able to see who's in your energy. Your energy is your energy for a reason. And you have every right to protect your space and your energy for whatever reason you feel just to. For whatever reason. For some reason, they feel like that is their way or the highway. For some reason, they feel like that only what they say and see is the only truth that you have to accept. And that is not true. It's not true. I keep telling you guys, there are many ways to do one thing. There are many ways or many paths to get to one outcome. We all want to be successful in some way, shape, or form. Not so. Our success is going to look slightly different despite us wanting that common goal, that success. That's the big bright star. So you have the big bright star of success right here, but there are many different paths that we all take, because all of our paths are going to look slightly different here. Does it make it wrong? No. What's right for you may not work for that person, and what's right for them may not work for you. You have to find what works for you, if that makes sense. They want to take the exact same path that you have taken because they think that they can do it like you. They cannot. They can't. Even me as a reader, some of you guys are readers on here. The way I read is going to be slightly different from the way that you read. Does it make it wrong? No. That's what separates you from me and me from you. You are your own unique person. I'm my own unique person. What am I missing here? Anybody? What am I missing here? What am I missing here? Come on. They ain't like us. They ain't like us. They ain't boo. They trying to be the best like us, but they don't operate in the best. Make it make sense. Have a little flash. Okay, a little hot. Someone's name is Derek or Blackston, Blaxton, Blackston, or Blackston. So, again, take that how that resonates. Someone's name is Berkshire. Maybe you're purchasing a home, okay? Or you're in the midst of purchasing a home, or you're looking to buy a home, or looking to buy plots or land. However it resonates, but it's going to be successful, okay? You don't have to put that down as confirmation. I'm just telling you what I see, okay? Because I don't want, you don't want your blessings to be shorted by people with evil eyes. So I'm just confirming what I see. But we do have adaptability in reverse. They can't adapt to who you are because you're always constantly changing. Always. So every time they look up and they got this old dated information about you here, you already done changed. You're like, wait, hold on, wait, whoa, whoa, whoa. But I just got this information. Well, I mean, keep up, heifer. Keep up, heifer. Somebody playing Shoots and Ladders, so that could be your favorite game. I'm also seeing a lot of Milton Bradley games. Oh man, what's the name of that game? With the ships. And two players, you sit on one side, it's on a battleship. That's what I'm seeing. Yeah, this is like a battleship of the best of the best. But again, it's not a battle because you are the best. Yeah, you can say that. There's nothing wrong with being confident because you are the best. You know why you are the best? Because you're putting in the best of you, or you are making sure that you adapt to the best parts of you, and that's okay. You're taking the time. You're taking the time to be the best of who you can be of you because you are, again, taking the time. You can do whatever you want to do here. Leadership is in reverse, not regards to you, in regards to them. They don't understand the best of you. Of course not. They don't have that. They can't relate to that. It's like you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. And you set the blueprint for yourself and for others as well too, to become the best just by being your authentic self. That's what makes you unique. Before, people didn't like uniqueness. Oh, they weird. You're just talking a whole bunch of hogwash and foolishness and gibberish. Incoherent gibberish is what these fools be talking about when it comes to you here. But now that you are separating yourself and it's visibly being shown by other people here, now they want to try to adapt to your uniqueness. They could never adapt to your uniqueness because your uniqueness is specifically for you. Again, that's what makes you unique. And you need to make sure that you honor that every day within self, the uniqueness of you, the best of you in all aspects, however that resonates for you. They can't understand that. And that's not your job to get people to understand where you're coming from. If they don't have the emotional intelligence or the bandwidth to understand where you're coming from, that has nothing to do with you. Nothing at all. Yes, so Sarah says on TikTok, I like that word better, unique. Some people say unique, some people say weird, some people say different. However way it resonates. But I always say when it comes to you, you always make sure you have the best synonym that you can find when it comes to describing you. You are the best of whatever it is that you do. Always make sure that you hype yourself up every day, because who else can do it better than you? Who? Who else can do it better than you? No one can. So make sure you find the best synonym out of all the words surrounding uniqueness, greatness, profoundness, whatever, however here, child. Make sure you find the best word for you and operate in that. Nothing less. Don't give yourself nothing less. Do not. Peculiar is one too. Yeah. Take it how it resonates. Everybody gonna do something different, and that's okay. Don't let nobody misjudge you or judge you because you don't want to do what they do. Someone's name is Wesley. What's this? Loyalty is in reverse. Loyalty is in reverse. So there's no loyalty. Yes. All eyes are on you. So now you just got everybody watching you. You could be the it guy or the it girl. Even though it says a girl on here, take it how it resonates. Someone may have someone could be in a wheelchair. Someone may have spina bifida. Or you could be bringing awareness surrounding spina bifida. And that's going to work out really well for you. Or someone could be wheelchair bound. So take that how that resonates, okay? But all in all eyes are on you because they won't stop talking about you. So the more you feel that more eyes on you, the more the confidence of you should enhance or increase or evolve. I mean, they watching you, give them a show. You know they watching you, give them a show. Shh. Yeah, the shadow work. They did. Hear me out here. They created shadows for you that they thought you were going to be stuck in. They thought you were going to be stuck in the dark. But when you realized you had the light within and you reignited the lights, the confidence, the fire, the beautiful fire within yourself here, you were able to light everything up that was in the dark. And now you were able to heal from your shadows, plow through the shadows, fix the shadows. They just dropped you in the dark. Okay, here. You belong in the dark. Okay. Maybe you were watching that show called Who's Afraid of the Dark. That was a show back in on Nickelodeon. I'm also hearing Camp Anawana or something like that. Anamana. So what's that? Camp Amawana. What is the name of that show? Salute Your Shorts, I believe it was. I want to say that was on Paramount or is on Paramount. But those type of shows are popping up. So maybe you're going down memory lane surrounding those type of shows. Okay. I'm also hearing Eureka's Castle. Allegra's Window. So take it how it resonates. I'm also seeing the big comfy couch with Molly and her doll. Luna and Molly or something like that. Big comfy couch. And she was always she was very flexible when it came to the time. So she would, use her arms and legs to do the time stuff. That's what I'm seeing, okay? And I'm also seeing David and the Gnome, I believe it's called. Little Snow Gnome. I think it was him and his wife. I think David ended up like transitioning or he passed away. I think that was the name of the show. But those are the type of shows I'm seeing. The reason why all eyes on you is because they were sneaky behind your back. And this don't need to be sneaky behind your back because you can see what they're doing behind your back. It's like you got eyes in the back of your head. Yeah, spirit. That's the guidance. Of course, spirit is going to be all around you. Spirit is just not in front of you. It's beside you and it's also behind you. So despite them trying to be sneaky behind your back, it just doesn't make sense. They don't understand how this works clearly. Look what they're doing. Obsessing over something that they don't need to obsess over, meaning the situation of you. There's no reason to obsess over you because you ain't doing anything. But they just feel like you're doing something so mean-spirited, so negative that they just have to catch you in a lie. Well, where's the lie if you're not speaking lies, man? You don't speak lies. You don't operate in lies. You don't live in lies. They wanted to put you there through the illusions. They wanted to create the narrative as if you were a liar. They needed to create, to generate, to make, to build a lie around you. They wanted you to be in the fog. So everywhere you turn, the fog follows you so you can't see past the fog. They don't make sense, man. They don't make sense. I'm going to say it again. They don't make sense. And there's no reason why you should be fighting with someone that's unhinged in this way, that's obsessed for no darn reason, and they don't make sense. They're going to harm themselves because they don't make sense. They can't make sense of you. They think you're nonsensical. They're not on your level to understand where you're coming from. So of course it's going to seem foreign to them. They don't make sense. So they want to penalize you because they don't understand you. That's a them problem. A them problem here. So now they burdened. Now they burdened. Room dirty as hell. See all them dirty pile of clothes here? They need to clean up. They ain't cleaning up. But yet they worried about you. Make it make sense, please. You like you real life have a sigh in your life from that movie 1 Hour Photo. This is like an actual sigh. I don't even know if Psy was his real name. That could have been a moniker name for all I know. Because like I said, the only thing that stuck out to me psychologically from the movie was the store was in blue and white. Complete white, mostly white. And that told me there that that person's mind was a complete canvas and they created whatever they wanted to create based on their level of perception or their level of obsession. They were obsessed with creating a canvas as to how they wanted other people to see it. This is why they want to be sneaky. Okay, well now they stuck. Be stuck. We don't care. They could be stuck. Somebody could be capturing fireflies, or maybe that's something you used to do. Maybe you used to take the little green part of the firefly and put it on your nose. Take out resonates. But somebody's stuck here. It ain't you. Yeah, they stuck with an attachment. The attachment of obsession, angst, and anxiety, and they're trying to get out of it. I need to get out of this obsession. Well, get out of it. What they got to do with you? Study is here. They study you and being obsessed with you, and they're studying you, and they don't have the right answers to the questions. They don't. Because they're looking at other people. They're trying to get other people to get questions about you. Well, if you really wanted them to know about you, you would have a conversation with them. I promise you, it's truly that simple. If you wanted certain people to be in your life, or if you wanted certain people to be aware in regards to what you were doing here, I'm sure you would pick up the phone. I'm sure you would text them. I'm sure you'll use some form of a communicative method or style here to reach out to them and tell them, hey, karmic such and such and 1, 2, 3 and ABC and XYZ. You would have told them. So because you ain't telling them there, well, that means that the collective here don't want anything to do with this karmic, unhinged, obsessed individual. They don't make sense. The more they attempt to hide you, the more they'll be exposed. And all they're doing is, since you are away from them and you're in your own lane here, they're exposing the parts that were hidden about themselves. Let me say that again. They ended up exposing the parts of themselves that they thought were hidden because they don't have the emotional bandwidth, the emotional intelligence to know when enough is enough. They don't. Oh well, who cares? Oh well. That's on them. They can't be in solitude. They don't even know what solitude is. What do you mean I gotta be by myself? What do you mean I gotta stay at home and don't go out? What do you mean I can't talk to anybody on the phone? This is how they perceive solitude. They can't sit with themselves, because if they sit with themselves, the shadows are going to come up and they can't. No, put it down. Shadows come. No, I'm not ready for the shadow. They keep trying to push it down and push it and push it and push it and push it down to the point where it's just going to explode out of them. Does that make sense? This is how they act. Real life time. This is how they act. They call you boring because you by yourself. Okay, listen, I love my Baby, I love my quiet time. I'm telling you, I love my quiet time. Don't interrupt my quiet time. For real, leave me alone. If I'm in my quiet space, I'm in my quiet space. Let me do what I gotta do, okay? I need that. Oh, I need my private time. I don't care what's going on in the world. I need my private time. Call me boring, call me whatever. I don't care. So the great the great crumble is here. And they're crumbling. I was gonna say like the wall of China, but you know, maybe somebody visiting the wall of China, okay? But this is happening in divine timing here. You see that hourglass? Everything is happening in divine timing here. Someone's name is Danica. Danica, D-A-N-I-C-A. Danica or Danica, however that's pronounced, or it could be D-A-N-I-K-A. I'm also hearing Donka Shane. I'm also hearing dribble. So someone likes to play basketball, or maybe basketball is something that you used to do in your pastime or when you were younger. Maybe you're picking up basketball, or you could be working out and playing basketball in the gym. Again, however I say, I just see a basketball dribbling. Okay? Or maybe you went to a basketball game recently. So his name is Debbie, or you may like Little Debbie, the cakes. You may like tasty cakes. Zebra cakes, them little cakes. Hostess. Someone's making lasagna. You could be making your sauce from scratch. All right, we have sexy time is in reverse, and then manifest is upright. So they manifest not feeling sexy, or they don't feel sexy by you. They want your attention, but there's no attention to give them. You starved it. So whatever you starve is not going to manifest. And that's what they're seeing here. You ain't giving them the time of day. You ain't giving them no play. So no play, no power. No play, no movement. So this private investigator know that they're in trouble because their secrets have been exposed. They weren't expecting that. You may have said something about their secrets. Oh well, should have left you alone. Leave people alone. They don't like the fact that your eye is very strong in this way. Okay. So they told this person who had paid them to watch you with a closer eye that they bowing out. They can't deal with this anymore because they have a lot that's riding on the table, and they're going to get caught up because the imprisonment card came out. So they're going to blame the person that gave them the money, preferably this ex-person here. They're going to blame them for the reason why their life is in shambles. So yeah, they are destroying themselves. Let them. I say expect a miracle in justice. What it say? It say justice and expect a miracle here. And know this, collective, you are awesome, and you're always going to be awesome. You are so freaking awesome. I hope you never ever forget that, because it's showing up here. You're very awesome. You got the S on your chest. You are super awesome. And that's what they can't stand. Oh, well. Okay. Oh, the hell well. Shit. I haven't used these cards in a long time, but we got spirit guides here. And you see all those spirit guides that connect with you? Could be ancestors, however you do your thing, okay? Everybody do something a little bit different. But just because you do something different doesn't mean that's not wrong. Again, that's what works for you. You have to do what works for you. It's that simple. So, spirit guides are here. Ancestors, God, Jesus, universe, divine, creator, source. However you do your thing here. And you're being led to receive these messages here to stay out of harm's way. This is why you keep seeing miracles happen. You are the miracle. Once you realize that the miracle is not outside of you, it's within you, more of it is going to come. You cannot separate yourself from self. You have to be aligned with self, if that makes sense. Someone's name is Drayton, Drayton. Someone's name could be Paul or Paulie, which makes you very resilient. I'm also hearing the name Paulson, Paulson, Paulson. Someone's name is Everett, 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 or Everest. Maybe you live near Mount Everest. Someone's name is Evie, Evie, or maybe Evy, however that's written, but I heard the name Evie. You could be playing Pokemon too, okay? Someone loves Escalades. Maybe that's your favorite car. Maybe that's your dream car. Escalade, yeah, find humor in this because it's very funny. Very, very funny. They misjudge you. Okay, and that's fine. You got to learn to accept that. Some people will misjudge you because they can't see past their flaws of you. Some people will misjudge you because they can't see their flaws, or they can't see the flaws that they have created past you. If that makes sense. So misjudgment and humor. Find humor in it because it's funny. They misjudge you because they didn't want to know you. That's the reason why they misjudge you. That's why a lot of people get misjudged, because people only see the vanity part, or the surface level part, and they just automatically assume, oh no, they this and they that, and and patooey, and oh my God, you got it. And they're wrong. Dead wrong. Dead wrong. We got intelligence here. And they're not intelligent. You are. You're emotionally intelligent. Physically intelligent. Physically intelligent would be when someone is coming up towards you, right? And you know there's something off with them, but your body is giving clues or cues to stay away from this person. That's a physical intelligence, if that makes sense. Or you're seeing that their body language is off, but you know your spirit is telling you, pull away. That's a physical intelligence. So there are many different forms of intelligence that you have within yourself, or aspect of self, if that makes sense. And utilizing all of you, which makes you very intelligent, is what's making you to reframe your memory. The things that you went through, if you've encountered, if you've experienced from the past, from this riffraff foolishness here, is what's helping you to reframe your memory, reframe your mind to be much stronger and yet again resilient. You change the narrative because you see that there was a huge misjudgment on their part. So you got away from the connection of them misjudging you. So if you're not around, they can't misjudge you. Well, how can you say that? Because they have no evidence of you. They don't know what you got going on. They can't talk about you. They can only talk about you from their level of perception. And their level of perception was to misjudge you. Does that make sense? So if they're misjudging you, walk away, disconnect. wait, well, why did disconnect? They, again, goodness gracious, child. Some of them thought that they can woo you back in with money. Y'all go ahead and take that how that resonates, because everybody gonna be different when it comes to money. And it's okay with loving money and wanting money. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Don't let nobody make you feel sad or bad because you love money. You love money, that's cool. You could do that, but you get it in the right way, the legal way, if that makes sense. But they thought that they could woo you or reel you back in with the money that they were, whatever money that they had here, and it didn't work. They thought that they can buy your time or buy your love. Somebody can listen to New Edition or Keith Sweat or Teddy Riley. Someone's name could be Theodore. I'm hearing the name Tanqueray. Tanqueray. Someone's drinking gin or Moscato. or hypnotic. I don't know if that's still a thing or if that's still out, but I'm hearing the name hypnotic, or maybe that could be someone's name. Maybe somebody went to hypnotherapy or they need hypnotherapy. Again, take it how it resonates, okay? Because it's going to be slightly different for everybody. You let go of the sadness, which was them. They were very sad and just dragged out. If that makes sense? They like to draw out the sadness. And when you realize that they were just bringing you down, you just let it go. It's like, ew. You just let it go. Whoa, wait, whoa, I didn't mean it that way. They meant it in that way because that's what they kept showing to you. They're always going to show you their true intentions, despite them trying to hide it from you or cloak it from you. And if they are trying to hide it and cloak it from you, it's going to be even more visible to see if you're able to see past what they're putting down. That makes sense? So yet again, a person with negative intentions, harmful intentions, or bad intentions could never hide their hand. They will never be able to hide their hand. Never. Never. We got message of concern. Not for you, sweetie. Not for you, collective. For them heifers, okay? Yes. Hi, out of here. Thank you, Sarah. When I saw your name, the first thing that came up was Sarah Smile by Hall & Oates. Maybe you were listening to that, but that's what I heard. I saw your name when the song came up, Sarah Smile. And that's a good song. Hall & Oates is a really good band, though. Listen, don't sleep on Hall & Oates, okay? But yeah, they got some good songs. Sarah Smile. Ah, that's a good song. But yeah, let me drink some water. Oh, here she comes. Watch out now, she'll chew you out. Oh, here she comes. She's a man eater. You ain't, but that's probably what they think of you. It's just funny. They probably think you a man eater, child. You ain't eat no damn body, child. Like, what the hell? Yeah, message. Oh, man. They're not an official person. Yeah, they just all messed up, child. Let me see what else I can tap into. Where I'm at right now. Watch out. Yeah, the tower hit. Y'all remember the movie, oh, man. Macaulay Culkin, part 2. Home Alone 2, Back in New York, or something like that. And the thing I'm looking at here, what I'm visually seeing is when Macaulay tried to get a hotel room, and he used his dad's credit card here, but things start to kind of fall apart. Like they were, so I guess the bell guy or whatever, or the receptionist here, were trying to figure out how he was able to get all these like expensive things here because they didn't really do their research. And to be honest, this is what I think. I think Macaulay Culkin, I can't think of his name in the actual movie. Kevin, that was his name, Kevin. I think Kevin had some spirits that were guiding him to do things. That's just me. I just see things from a different perspective. And the reason why I say that is because every time they try to like catch him up or caught him up in something, he would always be able to kind of like, you know, stay underneath the radar. He didn't really alert too much to what he was doing, but it was still kind of like hidden in plain sight in that kind of way. And I feel like he was guided to do a lot of these things here because I strongly feel he didn't feel loved by the family. So in a way, it's kind of like a payback in regards to the things that he did towards the family here to kind of prove a point like, yeah, I want your attention. I'm trying to get your attention here and you're not giving it to me. So he went and looked for it other ways, but he still didn't really get in trouble for the things that he did. But that, again, that's just my own perspective. But we have the tower and we have death here. So it's like a fight to the end of themselves, not you. There's a brick wall right in the middle. You can hear all the commotion going on, but you probably can't see it, or maybe your spirit team put it in a way where they don't want you to see what is happening. But eventually, it's going to fall out in front of everyone to see, and it's happening here. This is why they're going the extreme right now with Temperance could be a Sagittarius. The Tower is Scorpio. The Death is Scorpio. Temperance is Sagittarius here. So take it how it resonates. Strong Scorpio, Sagittarius. But they are trying to get past your walls or your protection or your boundaries here. And every time they keep trying to use this sword or the 9 swords to kind of push into you or push into your boundaries here, it's not working. It's like they're pushing a sword into a wall, and every time they do that, the sword is like it's getting bent up. So it's straight, but then it gets bent up here. So it's like, wait, how are they not affected by my attacks? Because you see what it is. Once you see something in its true nature, you will never, ever, ever be able to go back to the way that you weren't able to see it beforehand. Once you've awakened, that's it. You can't turn back. You can't go around. And this could be spun in many different ways. That's why they always say to make sure that you are ready to see what needs to be shown or what needs to be seen. Because once you see it, you can't unsee it. They still don't understand this, which is why they're going so unhinged and obsessed over you to get you to unsee what they have done in front of your face or behind your back. Either way, you still win. So it is what it is. Come on, Spirit, talk to me and say the world. Yeah, you are the world. We are the world. We are the children. Come on, stop playing with me. There's a choice you're making. They're saving our whole lives. Come on. Somebody, I'm hearing Old McDonald, so maybe you were singing Old McDonald recently. Okay, so Ten of Wands is here. Hey. Yeah, so the swords that they okay, so the Ten of Wands could be a fire sign. Ten of Wands and Judgment is here, so that tells me here that all of the wands that they had left behind, I'll just say the sticks and stones may break your bones, but words will never hurt you. So this is all they had. They had many different sticks and stones, but they left the evidence of the sticks and stones that they threw towards you. That makes sense because it was supposed to hurt you in some kind of way, shape, or form. And when you realize who the sticks and stones belong to here, you call judgment. So because you call judgment because you saw where it was coming from, where they were throwing it from, now they're trying to pick up all the sticks and stones that they throw towards you. And they can't. It's either damn if you do, damn if you don't with them, child. They're in a heap of a mess. All right. Chariot. You could be a Cancer. They could be. I'm going to stop right there. They are the Lulu Foo-Foo, okay? We got Libra. You could be a Libra. Sagittarius, okay? Gemini. Sagittarius. Aquarius. Oh man, I know they hate to see me coming with me laughing. I don't give a damn. We got Leo here. That's why I keep saying I'd rather laugh at them than hurt them, man. Because the more you laugh, the more you hurt them. You ain't doing anything to them, but because you're laughing so heartfully and so soulfully, it's like, oh, they're like Elmer Fudd. I'm going hunting for a wabbit. You got a whole Elmer Fudd on your head. I'm going hunting for a wabbit. That ass. We got kids here. Oh man. I'm sorry, Gemini, Capricorn. I keep telling you, healing could be fun. You ain't gotta be crying all the time. Y'all, if you gonna heal, you gonna laugh over here, okay? Shit, make sure you got your tissues, okay? We got Pisces. My God, Virgo. and Scorpio. Okay, so if that resonates, please like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Don't forget to grab your copy of this book here. It's called Wisdom Beyond Wounds. All right. This book is readily available for purchase on Amazon. All right. If you need any type of my services, private services in regards to like private reads and things of that nature, you need a venting session. Okay. I have some spaces available today. Definitely check me out. I'll be posting as well too. Love you guys. Mwah. Go out there, be freaking best, because I know that's what you are. You are the freaking best. Period. I love you guys. Be safe. Be proud, be successful. Talk to y'all. Thank you, TikTok. Instagram, Facebook. Mwah. Love you guys. YouTube. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Love, love, love y'all. Talk to y'all soon.